Now I would like to give you some common phrases that might be useful. If you want to say good morning, then you have to say bom dia. If it is the afternoon, then you'll want to say boa tarde. And if it is the evening, you want to say good night to someone, then use the words boa noite. If you want to wish someone a good weekend, you have to say tenha bom final de semana. If you just want to wish someone a good journey, then it's boa viagem. Finally, if you just want to say I'm sorry to someone, just say desculpe-me. Now, I would like to go through some frequently asked questions, just in case you need a bit more information. How many languages do most Brazilians speak? Most Brazilians speak only Portuguese, really. English is a mandatory second language in school, but only a small percentage of the population speaks English with fluency. A number of people also speak Spanish. Although there are more than 200 languages spoken in Brazil, these languages are restricted to small communities. Can speakers of Portuguese easily understand and speak other Latin languages such as Spanish, Italian, and French? Well, Brazilians may easily understand Spanish, as both languages are very similar. Italian or French, though, require study and a bit of exposure. What languages are taught in Brazilian schools? Mostly English, but there are some schools that offer Spanish. How many Brazilians speak perfect English? English as a second language class begins from the ages of 11 to 13 years old in public schools. However, as most schools still follow a grammar-based approach, Brazilians may not develop communicative competencies unless they enroll in private language courses. Approximately only 24% of the population speaks English in moderate fluency. If I go to Brazil and try to speak Portuguese badly, will everyone try and help me, be impressed, just say they don't understand and reply in English? Well, people in Brazil are very appreciative of foreigners learning Portuguese. They will try to understand you and make their speech more accessible and will compliment you for your efforts. Many Brazilians will use their knowledge of English to facilitate communication. If I want to learn Portuguese, does it help if I already speak Spanish? Any previous knowledge of other Latin languages, especially Spanish, will give the learner a distinct advantage. If I learn Portuguese, will I be able to learn Spanish or Italian faster? You will have a great advantage in learning Spanish, and it may also help you learn Italian faster, yes. It is difficult to teach myself Portuguese, or should I study the language with a teacher? You can teach yourself some aspects of the language if you have the time and the mindset. However, you need somebody to communicate with and to give you feedback in order to develop communicative competencies. And it is advisable to have a teacher or a tutor to develop your language skills. Is there a big difference between Brazilian and European Portuguese? The major difference is phonetic, that is, the way words are pronounced. There are also some differences regarding spelling, such as the use of silent consonants in European Portuguese. Example, in Brazil the word current is spelled atual, while in Portugal it is actual with a C before the T. And there are minor differences in grammar. Will people from Portugal understand me if I speak Brazilian Portuguese? Yes, people from Portugal will understand you, as long as you do not use Brazilian slang or expressions. Is there a Portuguese accent of the upper class and another of the lower class? No, accents vary by region, not class. Evidently, more educated people tend to use a more elaborate language. In the business world, do you have to know Portuguese? Or can you get by using English? Well, Brazil is among the countries with the lowest English proficiency in the workplace. Depending on the area, it may be very difficult to do business in English, strictly. Therefore, having some knowledge in Portuguese is very beneficial. Do I have to memorize all verb conjugations to speak with Brazilians? It is not necessary to memorize all verb conjugations. In daily conversation, Brazilians use presente do indicativo and imperfeito and perfeito do indicativo. Informally, future is indicated by using the verb ir, to go, conjugated in the presente do indicativo, before the infinitive form of the verb you want in the future. So, I am going to study Portuguese twice a week would become eu vou estudar português 2 vezes por semana. Vou is the verb to go, conjugated, plus estudar is the verb to study in the infinitive. How much does formal Portuguese differ from spoken Portuguese? Spoken Portuguese is simpler than written Portuguese, as the range of words and verb conjugation used in conversation is less extensive, and vocabulary and grammar structures tend to be less complex. How do you pronounce the C? C de cedilha. So the C with the little tick there at the bottom. That has the same sound as the S in seat. How many words does one need to learn in order to be able to understand conversation? You will notice that you do not need to know an extensive number of words to understand Portuguese, as Brazilians use the same words frequently. There are many published lists of most frequently used words in a language, but they include mostly prepositions, pronouns, articles, and a few conjunctions, verbs and nouns. While these lists may be helpful, keep in mind that the more words you know, the easier it will be for you to express yourself. Finally, is Portuguese grammar similar to English grammar? No, they are different. One simple example, adjectives come after the nouns they specify, and they agree in number and gender with the noun. The beautiful girl is translated as a menina bonita. Bonita, beautiful, is singular and feminine as the word girl. If you are talking about more than one girl, you should say as meninas bonitas. And if you use the masculine noun boy, the adjective will be used in its masculine form, bonito, o menino bonito. I hope these FAQs have really helped you and have given you a bit more information.